Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CONCAFA Pod. I'm one of your hosts, Bubba Gumpino, joined by not two, but one footy legend. How we doing, Geoff?
We're doing well, buddy. How you doing?
All is well, man. All is well. Just sweating out Liverpool down in the Champions League right now. Fresh
They
off
went
a loss to Crystal Palace, which
Hey, hey, Crystal Palace has had their. We were talking about it this past weekend that they have their number.
buddy,
It
they beat
seems
us
like
in the Shield. They beat us last year, I believe. Not positive on that. They're probably going to knock us out of the Carabao Cup in the next round. We play them. Fuck, it feels like we're playing these guys every fucking week. I'm done with it.
But it seems like there's something about Crystal Palace, and for me, just from the outset, okay, they lose Ibire, Ebbs, who I had the pleasure of playing with when I was at QPR, and this kid he was silky smooth, but like losing their number 10, a fucking huge, massive player for them, and what he's done for Crystal Palace. He leaves, goes to Arsenal, and there's a hole. But now you think there's going to be a little bit of a drop off. To be honest, watching that game, Crystal Palace plays some really good
Buddy,
football.
that thing should
I
have
really
been
like that manager.
that thing should have been done and dusted by fucking halftime, dude. If it wasn't for
Yeah.
Allison, it would have been. And
Yeah.
he's down getting treatment right now, so that's more good news. Oh no.
So we got a couple games going on, guys. We got what? Benfica, Chelsea. I'd like to see Benfica win this one, because Chelsea's in some situation.
Yeah, they don't.
They're
It
per-
feels like they don't love that coach, and it's just kind of rumblings that you hear everywhere. Like I haven't read like actual reports, but you hear about Cole Palmer. It's just like it might just be rumors, but it does feel like something is off, which is wild. I mean, you mentioned it when they won the Club World Cup that you thought they would struggle a little bit, but
yeah.
I thought something like that would really pull together with that manager. Man, Allison just got subbed off. Oh, we're fucking in it now, boys.
They could be swimming in the mud. I don't know.
Buddy, if we lose back to back, everyone's
No,
fucking.
but what? It was just something that I saw. Okay, on the day, anybody can. We all know this in sports. The underdog, anybody can be anybody any given day,
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's just who fucking shows up. PSG were phenomenal this past year. The talent, everything, and they had an off day. For me, watching that final against Chelsea, they were completely off. They weren't moving the ball around, although Chelsea were really fucking good, right? So we got to give credit when credit's due. I just felt, and I still feel that they're just off it. They don't have that. Uh, I'm still trying to figure out their identity. Like, what's their style? They just got Garnacho. You have Enzo. You have
you just keep. It's. I
uh,
think it's hard when you keep bringing in so many new players,
big
like
players,
so
and
many all the time. Like what's Garnacho adding that they didn't already have? Like I was very.
agreed.
You saw what he was at United. Like
Yeah.
I understand he's a decent player. That's fine. I wouldn't expect a club like Chelsea to have went in for him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, just that they have two or three other players similar style or that can offer the same thing that they have on their 50-man roster, right? Probably loan out to other clubs.
Dude.
But I mean, I just feel like there's still something like I don't know. You watching the Mourinho era when they had their system, they had their style, and like okay, we can all talk about like going back to you know when Fergie at United, they had their systems, they had their core, they had their foundation, and then they kind of build off of that. They have the players that would come in and complement their system. Oh, we
Yep.
need dynamic wingers that are just going to get up and down and cut in, have some shots, or have the combination play. You don't you don't see that really now, and I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what's so special about this Chelsea team with all the money that they spend? Like, I'm sorry, I'm comparing it to other teams. They they don't compare to, for me, Arsenal or Liverpool or the top. I mean, Bayern Munich for me is the best
Buddy,
team right
they're
now.
up 4-1
They're
again today.
flying.
They're fucking unbelievable.
Kane
Yeah.
is he's. I mean, and it's good because I watch them and they are
Oh
machines.
yeah.
They have their credit company. Look at what he's done. It was for me. I questioned that move of like, wow, what? He goes to Burnley and then he leaves, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh,
You
I'm
go
going to
from
Bayern
getting
Munich.
relegated to fucking Bayern, but they're a team that's also like they're not that deep, which I think is perfect. Like I understand you have to be deep for these tournaments, but
Yeah,
you also don't want to get it's hard to juggle, but it feels like Bayern has found it. I mean, until maybe it gets later in the season and it
they got
can't
some
catch up
injuries.
to you. But like the way Diaz is playing for them too, like he is, and that's something Liverpool's missing, man. Diaz he played so aggressive with the
And
ball
like
and
being just
direct.
straight
Yes.
direct.
Like
Yeah,
his finishing wasn't the best, but he's gonna
but
fucking
he
go
created
at you.
chances.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
think that's something Liverpool is missing, man, because obviously Florian Wirtz hasn't got off to the start everybody thought he would, and he's getting fucking I mean, if you struggle when you first moved to England, you were like he's got we got the 007 now, so that's anybody who doesn't know, if you don't score or assist in your first 7 games in the Premier League, everyone on the internet
yeah,
calls you 007. You're fucking James Bond suit. So Florian
yeah.
Wirtz is fucking 007. So
I
that's
mean,
where
it,
we're
it
at
is
right
true though.
now,
It's the pressure. The
buddy.
the
With the
the
price
pressure
tag
is
too,
real.
man. The price tag too. I don't. Some players it doesn't bother them. Others it does. He's 22 as well. Am I making excuses for him? Probably. But it is. I think it is a jump to go from the Bundesliga to the Prem, especially at 22 years old.
Yeah, yeah, no, and it is huge, massive. It is like really, really important. Um, really, really. Gonna
Going
be
on.
pissed. Um, any chance? Sorry about that.
Any chance?
No, there's a huge thing. Like when you go over there, and obviously Breck and I experienced it. Breck had a harder time than I did, but it is so ruthless in the point where like you go over there, you have to make an impact. And yeah, they give you a little grace period, but you have a bad game or like
Oh,
you feel it's coming on top of you. And I can only imagine at a club like Liverpool, they spend this amount of money, you know there's going to be pressure on all sorts of things. And I look at what Christian went through at Chelsea.
yeah.
You know, takes the number 10, what he was doing and the way he was performing, he was flying. People forget he was flying. What he did to Liverpool in the Champions League,
Oh yeah.
and he gets injured for that afterwards. He's out for a while, comes back in. It's They're so ruthless, like fans forget really, really quick. And then what happens? They don't perform well, manager comes in and it's set. You got to reset again. And it's like that's where I look at United. It's just it's nonstop. The fans, I mean, they have every right to be
Dude.
slaughtering the
Did
team
you see the
because they're
guy?
not
The
performing.
guy they went when they were down 3-1 and Bruno missed that pen and the fuck I forget his name, but one of the Man U streamers. There's a few of them. Goldbridge. There's another guy. Guy left. He didn't turn the stream off. He just walked out of the room. He's like, "We're fucking out of here. We're going to the pub. I'm done with it."
I mean, listen, they have every right to be like furious
Body.
because and the thing is, the manager doesn't help himself because he says stupid shit
They did.
afterwards.
I will give them this. They did beat Chelsea. That was impressive. That was. I got to give them that. I mean, you have to. You have
Okay,
to. They won. They did beat Chelsea.
they had a red card.
Yeah, well, Man U got one later in the game. Remember Casemiro? Fucking
I know, but
every time.
I'm still
Hey, they
saying,
got to win,
but
man. You got
but
to
the,
take
the
it.
the the pressure of that club. You think about the pressure of that club, and what these guys are playing under, right? You think they have a little bit more fire in their belly. Even the manager coming out saying like, yeah, it's people can say this, people can say this, buddy. You haven't won two back-to-back games since you've been there. Talk about pressure. You should be out now.
Yeah,
And a player doesn't score a goal in the first 5, 6, 7 games,
buddy.
he's got pressure. I'm sorry, but and at the end of the day, I think that pressure makes diamonds in the sense of like the Premier League has so many eyes, ears, and people are watching because it's world-class players there, and the league from top to bottom, whether you want to say the worst team in the Premier League to the top, it's competitive week in and week out,
Yeah.
and we know that. And what that does is it allows people to like shine, like step up and create a name for themselves, you know, deal with that pressure, and then all of a sudden, I mean, you look at Salah when he's at Chelsea, he struggled there,
Dude, didn't do a thing.
right?
He
He
didn't do a
couldn't get,
fucking damn thing, man.
couldn't do
That's the
anything.
funny
No,
story is Klopp didn't want him either.
yeah,
That was like, oh yeah, Tottenham's down to this fucking Bodo team. Do you know this team?
no,
I don't know where they're from. Hold on, I'll find this. They're down 2-1 to this. Bodo Glimt. They are
Kazakhstan.
Bodo Glimt. They are 4-time champions in Norway.
Okay,
Tottenham's down 2-1 to them right now. Speaking of Tottenham, Big Ange, not a great
wow,
start. The 9-4 Forest regime. What about fucking what's his name got sacked and Nuno is the coach of West
West
Ham
Ham,
now. He was
great
in there
result for
that
that.
day. He was in there that fucking day that they canned fucking. Did Buddy resign or did he get canned? What happened?
I think it was like a mutual. I, I don't know. I think
Potter
it's.
was good at Brighton, no?
I don't know. I think Potter's he struggled at Chelsea.
He did struggle at Chelsea.
I mean, you can't give. I mean, West Ham. I mean, they're. Listen, I
Buddy.
love football. I love English fans.
I miss
Listen,
their. I know you experience more than me, so you can touch on this. I miss their old stadium, dude. That place was fucking chaos. They were right on top of you, and it was fucking hell.
was it Upton Park, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I
You ever
mean,
seen
the
the
first
movie?
time I went out there, I felt like I was like in Green Street.
Yeah,
Watched
yeah.
the movie
Green Tea.
before.
Football day, football day.
And
Millwall
it was
away.
like this, you
If
know?
you, hey, I'm telling everybody, if you have not seen Green Street Hooligans,
You
you
gotta
gotta
watch
watch it. It's
Yeah.
fucking all time, man.
And it's not for the people that are watching. It's not as like as ruthless as it is now. Although I the first year when I first got over there, they were still. I'm sure they still do the firms. They're still
Oh
meeting up
yeah.
for a good scrap. But I learned, the first time I go to Stoke, I end up doing an appearance, and they bring me in to like the local supporters, and like they're like, "You're all right, Duck," and instead of saying "You're all right, mate" or "What up, Giza," they're like, "Duck is a Stoke thing," and I see all the guys missing teeth, black eyes, and like they just had a scrap the week before, because that's what they do. They would reach out to
Oh
the other firm,
yeah.
and we'd have a match. They reach out to the leader of the other firm from the other club, and then they go and meet somewhere, and they have a scrap, and then that's it.
Dude.
So it was so cool that it was just like, oh shit. But now with the CCTV, all the cameras and everything like that, it's not possible. But I will give you in the for the World Cup in the US, we got to have the guys in the yellow jacket with the security, with the supporters, I mean, cuz hey, they have the two rows. It is full.
Buddy. What about
Full.
at the fucking Mallorca game, dude? When Barca
No.
had that fucking goal count, that guy that was
No.
standing in front of us was fucking. He was a
He was
madman, dude.
cheated, man.
Holy fuck!
But that's what I love. That's what I wish we had here, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a long time for that to happen, but it's that environment that we need to have here for our game in the U.S. and for the leagues, whether it's the USL, the MLS, or whatever, to really take the next step.
Yeah,
And whether it's booing it's not always nice to have boo your players, but it means
just
something. We
passion.
talked about this
Just
how
be
many
passionate.
times, like if you're getting relegated or you're bottom of the table, like okay, you got to know this.
Yep.
You got to feel this and have some pride in that. And I think that's why Europe and the Premier League is so competitive, because I mean fucking top to bottom, you can win a game, you can lose a game, and it's intense. And I mean, rightly so. Arsenal come back, they
Dude.
showed their resilience against
Shout
Newcastle.
out to them, man, because they were taking it on the shins for celebrating that tie against Man City. That was,
Yeah.
that was some good. That was it. I didn't think they were gonna do it.
But hey, but that's a big for me.
Yeah,
That's a huge, huge moment for Arsenal because usually we know their DNA. They're they're just not as ruthless, right? And
yep.
that's the difference between Liverpool when Man City. They would be more ruthless when the times when they won the league and everything. That for me, and I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass, but I think that was a pivotal moment that really showed their resilience and they stepped up. And, Newcastle's a fucking good team, by the
They
way.
are good. Ekitike
They
just got hurt for Liverpool as well, so things are going great. I tell you, that was a huge comeback. You know what it is, Jeff? And I don't think I dislike anybody on the Arsenal team. I just can't stand Arteta.
I know you
I
don't.
can't, dude. Every time he talks, I'm like, what is this guy saying?
Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help when he says like,
He says
"Yeah,
some absurd
we
things,
were
dude.
like." But here, you know what? I would say
I know it's hard when you're getting
if I'm a
asked those
player,
kind of questions.
if I'm a player and my manager is saying that shit, he doesn't he's not really slaughtering his players, right?
Hmm.
Like he's not coming out and hammer. I imagine there will be a time where he has to fucking hammer a player or hammer his team. Yeah, we didn't play well or whatever. We need to be better, but he's never really singled out and slaughtered players. Where I think that's where managers lose players and they lose the dress room is they go out into the media and they just fucking hammer a player, and yeah, I can see how he rubs you the wrong because even like on the sideline when he makes certain things, like when they called,
Dude,
I think
it's
they
just
missed the
fucking,
call and he was like this, like I can't believe they did this again.
dude,
I'm
it's
like,
just,
no,
he's smug. He's smug.
he's just clean cut,
Yeah,
man.
and it's just I just can't fucking do it. And that was a massive comeback, like you said. That is something that can send this Arsenal team on their way because you want to talk about deep squads, man. They got the squad to fucking go. It's just whether or
dude,
not.
they're rotating.
Yes.
The thing about Abire, they just spent how much on him? He
Yep.
comes in. Saka, he comes in. Dude, they got guys on the bench that we'd be playing starters
Everywhere.
on any Premier League team or any team around the world, and they're coming off the bench and they got two or three or four of those guys.
Yep.
And they're making an impact when they're coming in. So for me, I think that's going to help them in the long run with that rotation, keep guys fresh, as long as they keep their form,
Yeah.
and
They're talented bunch, man. Like you said, if they can, they got it. They showed a lot by winning that game, man. Because even when they tied it, it felt like, and then there was that handball that I don't know. I mean, whatever side, if you were on Arsenal, you're saying it
yeah.
wasn't. If you, I didn't really have a take on that, but yeah, that was a massive moment for them, man.
And yeah, I think it's going to be Liverpool, United, the dropping points, same weekend, right?
Yep,
This could reshape the top four,
yep,
right? As in Crystal Palace they're in there.
buddy.
I do see them like kind of fading on like later
Palace.
on, but
They're so
that's
well. They're
crazy.
just well. They're well coached, man. Like you said, that
Yeah.
guy's gonna get it. I don't know where that guy's gonna go, but he's gonna get a job somewhere. I don't
Some
know.
big club is going to come in and say, hey, you know what? Fuck off Crystal Palace.
Like
We
Chelsea,
want to pay
it could be Chelsea if they're done. It could be
do a little switch. Has there ever, here's a great question, I think I'd like to say,
the
right?
London
Has there
switch.
has there ever been a switch or like as in that moment that season, right? Just trading coaches.
I don't think
You imagine
Palace would
that? Oh,
want
it's
him,
okay.
dude.
Chelsea, you go there. He goes to fucking Crystal Palace. I mean, has that ever happened?
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. Full trade for coaches.
Yeah, just hey, can we do a transfer
Man,
request?
the Prem will always be entertaining. We touched on Germany, Bayern Munich 5-0 again. Kane's got 10 goals. I mean, guess what? You want to fucking win money? Bet Bayern Munich -1.5 every game. That's
What is that getting you a week, bro?
I mean, I just bet them. I bet them -2.5 today against this team. They're fucking killing too. Like they're unstoppable,
They are
and
flying. And
they rarely concede, man.
I like the way they set up. I mean, you said you saw them in the Club World Cup.
They should
They
have won
were
that game, man. They should have beat Donnarumma was on his head. That game,
yeah.
PSG got 2 red cards, dude.
Yeah.
That was
And what's
fucking
his name got
insane.
injured? That was a nasty injury.
Oh, yeah, brutal. But, yeah,
Yeah.
they're flying in Bundesliga. Spain, Real Madrid, oh my. You wanna talk about losing money? This is how you
I
lose
mean,
money.
listen, it was a for me great game to watch as a fan.
Hey, Julian Alvarez is a fucking top striker at the moment, man.
He's scoring twice. That free kick was ridiculous. It was a big test for Madrid. I think it kind of caught them off guard a little bit. But let's be honest here. Real Madrid have had a great start to this season.
Dude, Mbappe scored another hat trick for him
Yeah.
today. I mean, he is flying. And
I like to see
Vinny's playing better as well.
Yeah, I want to see them like you kind of want them both to turn on at the same time,
Yeah.
you know? And I like to see kind of Jude being back to Jude, and then people are kind of getting after Valverde, and I honestly, okay, you didn't have a great game, but I'm gonna be honest with it. Are you kidding me? The what he's done and how he's performed over the last couple of years, and even in the Club World Cup, and this is where I'm gonna go back to it,
Yeah.
guys. People, you have to understand. Think about the amount of games that they've played. This guy played every match there,
Every
and
match.
he was the machine. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
like he was the general there. For me, he was the best player for Real Madrid this summer.
Oh, yeah, by far. He
Like
was
consistently
bossing games, man.
bossing it. And okay, yeah, you're gonna be fatigued a little bit. People are
That's the downside though. You want to talk about the passion, sometimes it is like that's the way I felt last year with like Trent before the him leaving for Real shit. It was like he would get buried by fans
yeah.
because one goal would happen. It's like, man, this guy's fucking been so good for us. You just bury him for maybe had a couple bad games in fucking 2 years.
And it was actually a good point because Breck and I were talking about the other day that the ins and outs of certain games or particular roles that the manager will ask you to do.
Yep.
And I think this is a really key point that fans don't know, people don't really know is okay, say we're not seeing the Trent, or let's say we don't see the Salah that we are used to seeing right now, right? Maybe the manager is asking him, "Hey, I need you to just change your role a little bit.
Yep.
I need you to do this job for me for now. We're trying to get this player involved. You have to slightly change." And guess what? When the manager asks him to do something and he's fucking doing it perfectly, he might not be getting the end results or he might not be scoring his goals or whatever, but he's doing the job for the team that people don't realize that he's doing. So at the end of the day, there might be some other things off the field and other roles that as the team is starting to rebuild, or Valverde's doing this or whatever, they might be asked to do a particular job on that given day that the coach can rely because they're senior, they're experienced, and you know what? Fucking they do it perfectly. But the fans won't really necessarily know, and
Soccer,
he'll still
soccer,
get slaughtered.
soccer is one of those games though where I think more than any other sport, people will have differing opinions on how a player played. Like even
Yep.
going back to when I played, like
Yep.
sometimes I'd walk off the field and I'd be like, man, that was not my best game. And then you walk off and fucking everyone's like, man, you were really stuck in today. It's like, I thought I had a fucking mare. You know what I mean? Like usually you can
Yeah.
feel when you play good or bad, and it's like some days you probably had it too. You probably came off the
For
field, you're like, that wasn't good, and everyone's like, man, you were really fucking stuck. It's like,
I'm like, mate,
dude, I
couldn't connect the
swear,
fuck-
more than
yeah.
any other sport, it's like that,
Yeah.
dude. Usually other sports, everyone agrees.
And it's interesting because that's the beauty of football, right? Depending on what style you like, depending like we would going back on it, and you're like, fuck, Arsenal's so fucking boring, and I'm like, fuck, I love that football. Like they are just passing it, but they're like kind of a Barcelona in the sense they're keeping possession, they're understanding space, and they're waiting for that moment just for you to just step out and be sliced open, and they're just patient. And being patient on the ball is one of the hardest things
Yeah.
because you just want to go to the goal. But like having the presence in everybody having patience and being calm and composed under pressure and them just passing you to death, like at some point they're gonna get frustrated and then they're waiting for that moment, you know? And then you're like, fucking hell, this is
Well,
shit football,
that's what I think's
but that's
happening.
beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's football.
Like that's what I think what's happening with Liverpool right now. It's because they got these new players. They're all trying to force it a little bit too much
Yeah.
rather than just playing the ball and keeping the ball. Like we're not stringing passes together like we did last year.
It was kind of back and forth all game, really, against Crystal Palace. It was like there was a lot of loose passes, a lot of like, just
We're just not
giveaways.
controlling games. We're
No,
not. It hasn't
there's
been
no
like
like,
that
hey,
hasn't been like that all year. Every game we won late, like we deserve to get beat by Crystal Palace. In the 98th minute, it sucks, but it was kind of a little taste of your own medicine after how we've been winning games.
but I will say though that I mean, people know Liverpool won the league,
Yeah.
right? There's going to be
Everyone's
added
up for it.
pressure. Everybody's going to want to like you're going to come out super defensive. Oh, okay, we got to get this. Now whether you're going to come out super defensive, make it really hard for you to play through, or you know what, we're going to pressure the shit out of you and like suffocate you in the sense where you can't get comfortable, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Also
It's
spent a
awesome.
shitload of money too.
Yeah,
Like
first
that's
time.
on top of everything. First time in a while. It's like you kind of got last year. It was like we were spoiled. You didn't spend any money, so there was
Yeah.
no expectations. Then you win the fucking league. Now this year you go out and spend all the money. You expect to win the league, and now yes, we're top of the table, but it's gonna you can't keep playing with fire like this the whole season. You're gonna get
But
gone.
I do think their appointments and the players that
Yeah,
they've signed for a longer term they're going to lose big players
yeah.
that they're going to groom them and there's not going to be a huge gap of players leaving and them finding like in the last minute trying to like scramble to find the next big replacement where they already kind of prepared for
I
them.
think not getting that deal over the line with the Crystal Palace defender is
Center
going to
half.
hurt us because that 18-year-old kid, first game he played tore his ACL and he played unreal. He looked
Yeah,
unbelievable in that game. Did not he is a fucking monster, dude. That
beast,
sucks
beast.
because he would have
But
because
that's a big,
dude, right now all we got Joe Gomez as our third center back.
and he struggled the other day.
It's been a long time since Joe Gomez is, and I tell you what,
Yeah, no,
I
I like it.
love Joe Gomez. I used to pound the drum for him to start for fucking center back England for
Yeah.
years. It's just it's fallen off. I don't know. I think there's you just get injured that many times. Oh, what a ball! Nothing. Fuck.
Yeah,
1-0.
it's
10 minutes left. La Liga though, Barcelona. I mean, they come back again, beat Real Sociedad 2-1, top of the table now. Yamal comes off the bench, gets the assist. Rashford, 2 goals, 3 assists in 5 games. No Barcelona player has more goal involvements this season.
then
I
another.
mean, good for him, man.
But then you know what? Great, unbelievable, fresh start. But then you make
yeah, just late.
just a stupid decision, like professionally. I was listening to Scholesy in his like meeting, and he fucking went off on him. And that's kind of the thing that it was talked about at Man United. He kind of lost his professionalism. Like, man, you got that fresh start, and the manager praised you. I'm like,
Loves you, dude. Loves the way you
how
play.
how awesome you've been going about your business, and then you let him down. And people like you have to realize, people think, oh, like being late, like, and this is a thing, like players, right? I used to get in arguments with some of these young guys all the time. Like at QPR, we did a fine system, right?
Yep.
At Stoke, when Paul Lambert came in, the guy goes, all right, minute late, £5,000. Every 5 minutes after that, it's another 5K.
Yep.
So literally, and he wanted cash because we had to find out he wanted to keep the cash for himself, little bastard, right? But and it got to the point, all the guys were like, "Fuck, you know what?" Everybody went to the cash point, grabbed 5 or 10K in cash because he wanted it that day if you were late. And it was like I left another 45 minutes early and I would get there 8 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
We didn't have to be there till 8:45, 9 o'clock. I'm like, I am not going to give like basically try to make sure, like, if there was an accident on the M6 and it was a standstill, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I can't control it. Well, I'll just get in there a little earlier. Dude, you have an alarm. You have, like, just be professional enough. You just let your teammate down, you let your coach down, and you're at Barcelona.
Yeah.
You have a fresh start. Now that goes, that goes in the papers. It's everywhere. Everybody's questioning your professionalism again. How are you going to be late? You missed the game on the weekend because of that. Like, that's where you're like, come on. Is it an attitude thing, or is it a lack of just, and I
It's
like him.
also
I think
he's unbelievable. But
he's
that's also
so
just you
good.
got to control the things you can control. Like that's a
100%.
fuck. Like there's no way. Like on time is like you should be 15 minutes late to fucking everything.
Yeah.
Especially that's for
Early,
everything in life.
early, you
Yeah,
mean early?
sorry. 15 minutes
Yeah.
early to everything in life. That's just how it should be. But
Yeah.
especially if you're at a new club like that and you know how it ended at United and Barcelona's I think this. I know Bayern's playing really well. I think Barcelona's the best team in the world right now at this moment.
Yeah.
We're going to find out a lot tomorrow. They play PSG. That's a fucking banger. But I mean, the guy's fucking unreal.
Hey, I hope we break
But
50. We roll
he
back.
might, dude. He fucking scores every time he touches the fucking pitch, dude.
And I I hope a player like that, and I'm sure it was a shock, because even if he's late, it's usually done like the players like, hey, you have to pay this, you have
Figure
to
it
pay
out.
that.
Yeah.
But now the manager, like, they must have different rules at
Hansi
Barcelona.
Flick ain't dealing with no fucking bullshit, dude.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
no way. He probably lit his ass up.
And then, you know what? Rightly so, because maybe he was getting away with it for so long, and it's just
I
one
also
of those
think
things.
this might be a bit of a hot take. I think I like Rashford as like on the England team. Like I think besides Kane, I would like to see him up top. You know what I mean?
Kane
Because after
comes
like it's
underneath, holds it up.
like I know I'm blanking on the striker, the Aston Villa striker who scored against Holland to win.
Wilkins.
Oh, buddy, that goal was so filthy. But I would rather see a Rashford up top if you had to sub off Kane in a big game. And they
Yeah.
got it. I'm telling you, man, if England wants to fucking finally win a tournament, you got to find a way to get fucking Kane some rest in the group stage or at some point. Because every tournament we get to these semifinals or the finals,
He's fatigued.
and
He's
fucking
struggling.
standing in the center circle, and you can't sub him off in that game because you've gotten that far. But it's like you gotta find you just maybe if you don't start him a game or you only play him a first half, it's like it just feels like it's because England goes so far in all those tournaments.
He's a killer. He's a killer, man. He's a poacher. For me,
And he's
he
not
does
that
everything.
fast
He
either,
links
man.
play. He holds the ball up well. He draws fouls. Like, he understands he can spray the ball left and right. I mean, you think about how far he's grown as a player, and he makes shit happen. He causes problems. He's so clever with his runs off the back shoulder. He makes the defender like just thinking this way, and all of a sudden he nips it right in front. His timing is, I mean, fucking hell. He left England, and now he's crushing it
See,
in
I think
Germany
that
right
was the
now.
biggest thing. I think he has so much more respect on the world stage now because of that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy just fucking strolls out there for Tottenham and scores whatever. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
he's fucking at Bayern doing the same thing, man.
And he's doing it more. he's breaking records for fun.
Dude, it
But
just came up. Somebody just tweeted it. Fucking our boy Fabrizio just tweeted.
how amazing Kane is.
Yeah, let me find it. This is a good one. I just read it.
What do you think of the Ballon d'Or? That was a big thing.
Buddy.
Who gives a shit?
Legit.
To be honest.
It's
Honestly,
just-
it's changed so much.
17 goals, 3 assists, 9 games for Harry Kane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Penalty, Liverpool. Let's go.
No.
88th minute. You know what it is, though? It literally is. It's just something for people to get pissed off about. It's like everyone's like, I'm pissed off that Yamal had a party. Pissed off that the rankings are also like Rafinha's not barely top 5, Van
Yeah.
Dijk's 28th. Like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking sure, dude. I'm a homer. I get it. There's no way. Find me 27 players if you're building the team before fucking Virgil van Dijk, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we go back to it. Football is opinions, but it's also now that the Ballon d'Or, I think it's becoming over the last couple
Would
of
you
years
would you
more.
argue anybody other than Dembele should have won it? Like, I can't sit here and I would have liked to seen Salah higher, but I don't know. I think if you gave it to Salah, it wouldn't have been. I think there still would have been a bit of an uproar.
What's his name? Did you
Rafinha,
see? Did you see the? I forget. It was on Bayern. They showed the stats of Lamine Lamal versus what's his name at Bayern. I'm drawing a blank. Um,
Vitinha.
is it? Anyways, he's got
Oh
more goals,
no, he's
more
going to
assists.
have a look at the VAR. Oh
They called
no,
it a.
they
They
called it
actually
a
called it.
pen. Now he's going to look at the screen.
It's all bullshit. But yeah, it was basically like the stats. And listen, I saw Frank Ribery say like, "Oh, now you got to win the Champions League to win the Ballon d'Or. You always like you have to win something."
No
And
penalty. Fuck.
oh, I love it. But there's so much more into it now, and it's like with social media, the impact of the leagues and the clubs, and these journalists. I don't know. I just think it's kind of like bullshit, really.
Yeah.
It's like you know which players are influential and what they do, whether they do it with their club team or they do it with their national team. And I just look at the era of Zidane, and
It
I
just
mean,
felt like it meant so much more when it was like Messi, Ronaldo, all those fucking boys, you know?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's bit of
It
an
just
old
felt weird, right? It
if
didn't
it did the
feel
year
like,
before, dude, when fucking
yeah,
Rodri won it. It was like, what
yeah,
is it really? Like, I don't know.
yeah.
Like, you could say Dembele deserved it. I don't think you can argue that because they won the Champions League. He was unbelievable.
He was unbelievable. But I mean, were there other players? I mean,
But
just as good as him? And
like,
that was the question. Like,
I don't know how Salah's not in the mix. Like, I don't understand it.
yeah.
Legitimately. He fucking won the
Does he show
league.
up, does he show up for big games though?
Yeah, I would argue. Yeah.
This is a question. This has always been one of the things, right?
Yeah.
On the big finals or big games, does he show up for it?
That's more of
And
just
I'm not questioning because I think he's a
yeah.
phenomenal
He
player.
for whatever reason, it's just Real Madrid kind of has his number after fucking Ramos put him in a fucking armbar.
What a fucking baller, man. But you know what? I think there's the differences. Like, and I'm looking at it, and maybe I'm just old school, but I look at the era of like when I first started watching football, and it was such a big deal. Like whether you had the players, Luis Figo,
Yeah.
you had Zidane, you had Trezeguet, you had Del Piero, you had. I mean, I'm forgetting so many other names. Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. You had all these guys at that era, like
It was absurd.
fucking
It
world.
was
The
bananas,
Thierry
dude.
Henry. You had all these guys going in. Frank Ribery. You had you, dude. I mean, the list goes on. At the playing during the same time and going up for FIFA Player of the Year.
Yeah,
And it, man, if you think, I think Zidane won it 2 times. 2 times, I think, maybe.
I think so. But
Ronaldinho. You got Messi and Ronaldo have dominated over the last 10 years. Yeah, Modric that won it the year before, right? Before Rodri. And
like,
now, yeah,
you would have never seen Rodri win something like that back in the day.
no,
Or you would have
no.
seen Makalele would have won one. You want to talk about a guy that got fucked? I mean, that guy.
Yeah, absolute stud.
Dude, he was
Baller.
so good for Chelsea too. So good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the players. Those players in the starting 11. I mean, look at I mean, just look at Real Madrid, dude. Look at Real Madrid. You had Ramos. You had,
That
I mean,
team was
who was
so stacked.
Cannavaro? Remember, like, do you think about all those guys? And you talk about the Galacticos, right?
Buddy.
Every single one of those players, you might as well just take that team.
Did they even
This,
release the rankings back then? There's no way they did. There's no way. Would have been the whole
dude,
Real Madrid 11.
dude, it's actually crazy to think about, and that's where, like, it'd be cool to see, like, you have these guys, you bring those top, what if there was, like, not like an all-star game because that's fucking cheesy as shit,
Yeah.
but like you have the best 11 for um Europe, or like you could say for England, best 11 for fucking
Yeah. What if
uh
you had like a tournament?
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah,
How sick
legitimately.
would that be though?
That
Right?
is something that would be like if you had, but then you know how hard that team would be to pick, dude.
I
You would
know.
fucking
But you
leaving
get
out players left and right, and then who coaches it? Who gets to coach it?
the coach of the year.
I
It would
vote
be the coach.
Wayne Rooney coaches it if fucking England's in it. That fatso. Jesus
Did you
Christ,
see the thing
Wayne.
that they
He's
were like,
so big, man. What are we
yeah,
doing?
he's big. Did you see the thing, like, someone send Roy Keane into the fucking Man United
Yeah, I
dressing
did
room?
see that. And then somebody quote tweeted and they're like, he wants nothing to do with that.
Honestly, I am, I feel like I have lost, like, I don't care when Man United's on now. Like, I don't even care to watch it. It's like, it's disgusting. I watched it this weekend and Brentford was fucking good.
Dude, yeah, and it's not like you're not surprised by it anymore.
No,
Like
it's,
when
it,
you see them lose, it's like, oh, like again. It's like I said, when they beat Chelsea, I was legitimately like, it's pretty fucking good.
is it an attitude thing? Is it a culture thing? Is it because they think that they are, and I'm like, I'm a Man United fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. I loved I growing up. They were only a couple teams that I was able to watch growing up, and I don't see it. Like, I don't relate to the club anymore. I don't see it, and I
Yeah.
just think it's like that's really sad to see.
I mean, my dad's a diehard United fan too, and
I feel bad. Hey, my guy, man. I feel
hey.
he must be like a miserable fuck on the weekend and be like, oh, these guys are
Dude,
white.
he don't fucking watch, dude. He just reads after the game. Every time I call him on the weekend, he's like, "Don't tell me, I'm reading about it later." Like he
Uh,
doesn't even watch. He'll watch like the highlights after the fucking game, dude.
we can't talk negative anymore. Let's talk about the one and only Christian Pulisic, who's
Man,
absolutely putting the haters into the ground and demolishing all those fucking idiots. Because guess what? He said it. When we talked to him, the best way to shut them all up is just by playing.
yep,
And guess what? All you hear is fucking crickets.
dude, he's flying, man. That AC
I
Milan
got
team
to
is
give
too.
Grella a shout out because he came out and said, like, hey, it was a really good point, and what he's doing for the American kids. There are only a few people that, you look at, and, like, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, but there's a lot of journalists that they just want to hate and they want to slaughter this guy on top. And for him getting his rest in the summer, well, guess what? Look at what it's fucking done for him.
Yep,
And he is flying right now. And Grella said what he's doing for the Americans over here for kids, he's inspiring them.
yep.
And we should look the history, the club at AC Milan, and being that main man.
Yeah, he's
And
arguably the best player in the Serie A right now, with
he's
informed player.
killing it.
Yeah, and you talk about the players that are in Syria, like you're talking about Kevin De Bruyne, is it like
Yeah.
there's no slouches. There's a lot of good players. Like that AC Milan team's flying, and so is he. And it's especially when after you took that time off and everyone's pissed, he knew he had to start hot, and he has. It's incredible to watch, man. And I'm happy. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best way to kind of just give a big fuck you to everybody. But the one thing that pisses me off is, where's all the people now?
Well,
You know, like
the bigger question is what do you think Landon Donovan should do with his hair?
I don't know, take off your hat, go. Let's see.
Hey,
If he
we're
does,
good,
hey,
brother.
we gotta get you a wig,
I
man.
thought that's why his hair looked like fucking shite it when he was fucking calling that shit because he had that fucking hair thing.
Get you think you could do the Joe Dirt?
No, well, I think I tried it. I used to have just the fuck. I had a triangle at the
Go ahead.
back for a while. I used to let it rock. We're gonna lose to
Hey,
fucking Galatasaray. What a disgrace.
uh
2 on the
it's fun.
bounce. Done. Lost. My lord.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think we got somebody big on the weekend too.
Yeah, let's see. Now what else we got? International FIFA considering 2030 64 teams.
Well,
Um
so when they
and
say to celebrate the 100 years since the first World Cup, does that mean it's just for this one or for all of them going? We don't need it, dude. You don't.
yeah, I'm with you on that. I
It's gonna
can't
make
see
it
it.
so fucking long, so
Yeah.
long.
It's just a way for me to they capitalize on the money, but at the same time, like, why? Why in the sense of, dude, the World Cup has a reason. Like, that's these many teams.
Yeah.
It's not like we're growing any. We're not getting more countries, by the way,
And some of those teams are straight up bad, dude. Like
right?
it's not gonna be a fun watch. It's gonna be like at the Club World Cup when the fucking Auckland boys rolled out there and got
Yeah,
shellacked but like that. Nobody wants to fucking watch a 10
no,
nothing game, man.
no,
And it's
no,
like,
and but why? But why? It's like they capitalize on more money, more exposure. Great, but you know what? The pedigree of going to the World Cup,
yes,
the journey that they have to go through to
dude,
go to the
you're
World
taking
Cup.
that away how hard it is to make the World Cup. It's just
Yep.
like, anybody who's worth anything at all, you're fucking in. Good luck.
Might as well just give it to the extra European teams and the South American teams or whatever, because guess what? Like, look at how cutthroat their qualifying is, and the U.S. missing out on the World Cup, and I was part of that.
Yeah.
Then you had Italy missing out,
Yeah.
right? You've had big countries. I think Holland missed out. There are big countries that have missed out on World Cups. So
England missed out one time too. And it's you know what it is too, Jeff? It's gonna make it so the tournament's worse because like we said, like Harry Kane's legs, guess
yeah,
what? You play an extra couple games, that doesn't make the tournament better on the back end.
no,
It makes it
no,
fucking worse. And the way they're not gonna separate any of the games any more days. They don't give a
no.
fuck.
No, it's more piled in,
Yeah.
condensed it, but more
And
maximize the
I'd like
exposure.
I look, I'll watch any soccer game that's on. I travel around everywhere to watch the Club World Cup. When does it stop though, man? Like
Well,
legitimately, when is it ever enough to fucking
yeah,
just give these guys some time off? Ever? Like these
yeah,
players have no. We talk about this every show. They legitimately have at most, if you're on some team that didn't go on a tour or this or that, at most you
th-
get a
three
month
weeks.
off. At
Yeah, 3 weeks.
most a
Cool.
month.
And in your contract, you're supposed to get 6 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
bro,
6
because guess
days,
what? If you take
brother.
six
Hey,
weeks,
that's why
you're going
That's why
back.
Rashford's getting his diamond on the front end. I got
It is
15
true.
minutes here.
But I look at it and they go, okay, Arsenal. You got
Yep.
Arsenal. You have Liverpool.
Yep.
You have team. Okay, you have Chelsea picking up
Barcelona.
injuries. Barcelona. Um, you have Barcelona, Chelsea. No, sorry, Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal. You have those clubs that didn't go in the Club World Cup that
Yep.
would help them later on, right?
Yep.
But then you got Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Real Madrid, PSG. Those teams that are all in the
PSG's
Club World
banged
Cup,
up, man.
that I think it's going to have an effect. And the managers, even Pep, like they all said it. They're like, we'll see in the first couple months of the season, we'll see where we're at, because when they go back, they go into preseason, they play their first couple games. What happens? They go over to the international duty.
Yep.
Go away to international duty, more games, qualifiers. They come back. Guess what? There's what, two more international breaks. So in for this year, I think it's what, October, and then we got one in November as well.
Yep.
So there's more qualifying and more games during the national team, and with the Champions League, everything like that, just added games. They added a whole nother month.
Yep.
Not saying that it's a condensed schedule, so I think that's going to have an effect. And now here's the question: when are they actually going to get that break before the World Cup?
Never.
Like,
It's
was
not.
Christian right?
Yeah.
I think was he right to to take that break where players I know I like to see Grealish back in. Like
He's got to
he's
be,
by the way, I
dude.
just have to say that because
I
dude,
fucking hate. Well, I just hate that it's Everton because I fucking hate Everton. But goddamn, I love Jack Grealish. I've followed him since he was at Villa forever, and to Man City, I still liked him there. And I'm not a son. Don't like City either. But if it was anywhere other than Everton, it'd be a
yeah,
million times better for me. But I am so happy
watching
for him.
that game and specifically, he's kind of warmed up and I played against him and he's just electric.
Yeah.
He can change. He slows you down. He waits for you, and then he's like boom. He does quick movements. He's strong. He's powerful. But I'm watching him, and you can see how much growth he's had and his vision and how he
Yeah.
sees things with playing under Pep and all that. But the passes that he's playing, these intricate passes, but he's split in two or three lines, and he's finding some really good play.
Oh yeah.
Everton played some really good football, and you know what? It was a really good game. Obviously, uh,
That's where Moyes should be too. Like no matter what happens in Moyes' career, he could go anywhere else, lose a job. If he goes back to Everton, they're gonna be fucking mid-table. That's just how the soccer world goes. That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
how it is. That's how it always will be.
And guess what, man? He's got them like
They're
he's got
good,
them going.
man. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had
like
Liverpool on the back foot in the second half, man. They did.
it's entertaining, but you know what? He's giving them that like that pride. Hey, we're Evertonians,
Yeah.
like we are here, giving them that culture, that structure. And that for me, you need that in the fucking United.
Yeah.
You need that like identity. Let's get Fergie some, make sure he's all good health wise. Get him back in. I don't know. There's just something, man. It's like they need it. They need someone. Like I'm sorry, but if Zidane, they could throw the kitchen sink at the guy and he'd be like, "Fuck it, I don't. Why would I want to take that? I don't
Legit.
want to take this."
Because I bet you Real Madrid's asked him to go back and he said no. So it's like, why? There's just, like I said, that Crystal Palace coach is going to be a hot commodity because if Chelsea and United make change, he could have Chelsea and United in a fucking bidding war and he'll get fucking a bucket
Yeah.
of money. And you'll be, you know what? If it doesn't go well, you sit on the couch for 19 mil like old Ten Hag there.
That's and let me. What did
He
we
wants
say
to
in our
coach
group chat?
again too. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I want to coach again. I am
Yeah, but
curious like, what did Leverkusen figure out in those 3 games that they didn't know before he got there? Like, did he do
maybe he's a
training
fraud.
camp and then they were like, oh, this guy stinks? Like, did you not
Well,
follow
I
anything
just
at all?
from what I heard when at United, he just he changed everything. And I understand like when there's shit going on at a club, at a culture, you want to get rid of everybody,
Yeah.
right? But then there's just certain people you just don't fucking get rid of. That whether it's the backroom staff or the ins and outs or the equipment managers or whatever that have been there for years, right? You don't just get rid of them. Bro, he got rid of everybody.
Yeah.
And
You can't do
you
that
lose
everywhere you go. You can't.
no.
There's not this endless bucket of money to spend on players. It's just not. And it's so hard to and now look like they I don't know what they do. I don't know. I honestly think it's to the point now where they've just made a decision and I could be very wrong. This is just my thinking that no matter what happens, they're just going to stick with Amarim to the end of the season and see if it gets better.
Yeah.
That's where
Because
I'm at because it is.
I'm with you now because what you think you'd already do it last week,
Yeah, like you're in it now,
or the
you
week
know?
before
Yeah,
Chelsea.
that's what I think.
But when they asked him the question, you feel like you're under pressure, and he was like, "Yeah, of course I'm always under pressure." And he's like, "One week it's about tactical, the other like, mate, what are you talking about?" But like,
He had it
listen,
so the thing that sucks for him is he had it so good. He was doing so well where he was. Like that's got to be in the back of your head. Like did I make a massive mistake? I mean, he's probably getting so much more money, but I mean, he was doing very well where he was. I think that's always the thing that's got to be on the back of your mind.
Right? Is the grass always greener? It's one of those. Okay, you have the chance to coach Man United. Uh, I don't know. I'm just in awe because I'm just like, what is going? I don't like. I didn't like. I feel bad for Man United, like real hardcore Man United fans, because they're like the lowest low right now. If you think about like what David Moyes, he got sacked. He got sacked, and he was fucking decent
Oh
for
yeah.
taking his first year.
Mourinho was fucking decent there. Like these guys were finishing at least top 10 and they were getting everyone's like it's the end of the world. Even
I mean,
Solskjaer for that matter.
I didn't mind him. At least he had some fucking balls about him. But you had. I'm sorry, but you take 10. You take Hag. Fucking he destroys it. He just signed every player that wasn't a fucking Man United player, puts his style in. It doesn't work. Can they give him an extra year? He fucking bottles that. Now, guess what? You have players that don't fit the system, that don't fit the identity of the club. Then you hire this guy. He doesn't like that style, wants to get rid of half the team. Bring in, now he has the guys that he wanted to bring in. There's no fucking excuses now. There's none. And top club like that, you got to fucking get results with world class players and big players like that. I don't think the system fits it. I don't think the way he's come out with players and just said this and that. Like, you got to keep that clean, man. You're coming into a club like this and you're calling out players left and right. Okay, maybe they deserve it, but keep that behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Don't you don't have to share that with the media,
Yeah.
because now the media is going to be, all the players are going to be like, well, fuck him.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
this is all the shit that's going on, and that's the worst thing. That is the worst. Jesse Marsh did that when he left England. He went on a talk show and he slaughtered every fucking
Oh,
player.
he's slaughtered. That guy just can't help himself. And on that note, on a Jesse Marsh burial, we'll get out of here on that.
Oh, hey, Canadian to Canadian. Eh?
Yeah, hey, okay, of course, for sure. We got a full
Uh,
week of Champions League goes on tomorrow, Europa League, MLS season coming to an end. We'll be back next week to
we didn't
recap
touch
it
on
all.
that. Messi.
Yeah, hey, Inter Miami for life, man.
Hey,
It's basically the same deal
Beckham
Beckham got, but
Yeah.
not at his own club, it's awesome, man. I think Beckham and Messi controlling that team. I think that's whether you like what they've done at the club, it's big for MLS. It's massive. Just
The-
think of Messi
I know
and
we're.
Beckham.
I know we were ending. I know we were ending there.
Yeah,
But I will like to add. This is a little. We can float this over for
yeah,
next week. Do you remember a month or two ago when the owners came out and said they didn't like the situation at Inter?
yeah.
Do you think that they will be against it or for that with the ownership and with the way that Inter Miami is going? I think it's just a question to think of because of the influence. Okay, yeah, look at what it's done for Inter Miami globally, everything. But do you think the owners will be happy about giving him ownership and buying into the league and changing things in that perspective? Just a thought.
That's a good
Just a
question.
thought.
That's it. We'll get out of here on a Geoff Cameron thought.
Just
Let us know what you think, and we'll be back next week. Cheers.